Right now, sitting in your database, there's a name of somebody who wants to buy or sell real estate in the next 30 days if you follow up with them within the next 24 hours. Now, most agents are going to let this go cold, unfortunately. I'm going to show you the exact system I had Claude build for me from start to finish so nothing goes cold in your database ever again. But first, you really need to understand what your brokerage is actually charging you to do the exact same thing that's just not happening. So, a couple of thoughts on this is kind of this. Your brokerage CRM is a generic system every agent in the office gets. I mean, everybody, right? That's part of the package you signed up for, right? Well, it was never built around your voice, your specific follow up habits. It just sits there like a bump on a log and you're annoyed at it, right? Well, that's because the desk fees assumed that the system, is doing your outbound, reaches for you. But in most brokerages, that system is just a login system you're supposed to remember to use yourself. I know how archaic. On top of everything else on your plate. And by the way, as a salesperson, that's a lot of stuff on your plate. So then last but not least, nobody at your brokerage is actually auditing whether your leads are actually getting, touched and followed up with. The fee gets billed whether the follow-up happens or not. So that system is failing, right? That's because it's a generic system. It's unaccountable, right? There is nobody helping you out on this. And I've seen exactly what that costs everybody once you understand what you're looking at. So for me, I went back and I pulled an old list of about 300 buyer and seller clients. And this is an old list, and I'll get into this in a second. And industry standard is that we get about a 21 to about a 23.5% response or open rate on cold email lists and text messages and stuff. Well, I got out of 300, I actually got 39.11% open rate with one unsubscribe. That is walking on water, ladies and gentlemen. And it was done for free. Let me get into this a little bit more because this is going to open up your eyes. So here's one option. I have three different options. I picked one of them. You pick one or pick two or pick three. I don't care. Have Claude go in and build you a full 90-day text and email follow-up sequence broken into hot, warm, and cold leads, right? So every lead gets automatically touched. No login, no dashboard, just a system automatically running on your behalf. Okay, here's another one. Have Claude turn your rough notes. This is actually a really cool one. I've done this and it is freaking awesome. You take all those rough notes on the back of a napkin or something and turn those in, showing notes and just anything, right? Turn them into follow-up messages that you can write or do a voice message to your client next time you talk to them. They're going to be astonished on how well you remember certain aspects about that conversation. Now, this is the one that I did. I had Claude go in and build me a database revival campaign. It went back through all of the people in my database that haven't been touched for 6 months or more. In my case, it was 3 years plus because these just got lost in a file like most agents and most everybody loses something in a file somewhere. And so what? We did that reach out, right? And we got that ridiculously awesome return of 39.11%. And it didn't cost me a dime, not one stinking dime. Your brokerage is charging you a fee for a system that it just isn't working. Claude built me a better one, like I said, for free. I think it's called Brivio is the system that we use, but Claude set everything up, all the messages. And I read the messages. They're incredible. I mean, the emails, the texts, they were precise to the exact person. They brought up different things in our notes. I was genuinely stunned. So if you guys are looking for something to do some follow-up for you, I highly recommend you doing this immediately. Give me your thoughts in the comments below. Give me a double thumbs up or something down there if that's going to work for you. Or if you have a better one, I'm always here to listen and learn. All right, guys, my name is Greg McDaniel. I'm here to bring you all kinds of information on how to save money in sales and real estate. All right, guys, see you in the next video. Bye.